right, now today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make Haitian griot, which is essentially just fried pork, but it's much more complex than that. So let me just go over the ingredients that I'm going to be working with today. So what I have here is a whole Boston butt. This is, this is 6 pounds. I also will be using this marinade here to impart a lot of flavor. The Sazón Total Perfect Seasoning, Goya Adobo. I don't have any Scotch bonnets here, but I do love this hot pepper sauce with Scotch bonnet in it. So I'll be using a little bit of that. If you have Scotch bonnet, of course, use that. Smoked paprika. I have my epis. If you've not seen how I make this, I've already posted a video, but this is crucial. You're going to need some white vinegar, some limes for cleaning, thyme. I'm going to be also adding in a habanero pepper, 1 Maggi chicken cube, and then 1 pack of Sazón. You see that? You see that? You see that? Don't ask me for the damn ingredient list. Come on. Okay, so I actually kind of lucked out because I feel like typically I can never find Boston butts this small, but you can honestly use whatever cut of pork you want. But this is what I'll be working with today. The fat cap on the back is actually not even that thick, and you actually want to keep all of this because all of that's going to be great flavor. Also, this is also a Boston butt that has a bone in it, so you also know that this is a good cut of meat we're working with today. So what we're going to do is go with a sharp knife, and we're going to cut this down into small cubes is what I'm going to do. So let me just show you guys one little piece of what I'm going to do, and then I will go on ahead and do the rest. So let me just cut this here, sit this other piece over to the side. I'm going to cut it in half one more time like so. And then I'm going to cut this into cubes. You can cut it as big or as small as you would like. That's completely up to you. So this is about how small my cubes are going to be. I'm going to go in and I'm going to break this entire Boston butt down, and then I'm going to place this directly inside of this bowl until it's time for us to get over to the sink to start the first process of cleaning it. So let me finish this up. And while I'm breaking this down, I just want to say, you know, I've been really excited about cooking lately, especially when I'm venturing into other cultures' foods. So again, you know, if there's any other recipes that you guys really want me to try that is native to your country, you know, let me know. And if I can find the resources to make it, I will gladly do so. Because that really is what cooking is supposed to be about. It should be fun. It should be learning new information. It's a great way to build knowledge and respect for other people's cultures. And it's also just, it's exciting. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, I find this type of cooking far more exciting than just cooking the standard stuff that I'm used to cooking. This just makes it far more thrilling, so that when the payoff comes out the way you want it to, it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe I made that. And just as an FYI, once you start to get close down to where the bone is itself, don't throw this away. You can put this in the freezer in a Ziploc bag, and then you can use this for a stock later on down the line. So don't discard this. I've now gotten all of my delicious pork here beautifully cubed up. So now we can move over to the sink because this is ready to go. Alrighty, so to my pork here, I'm going to add in my 2 limes, and then I'm going to squeeze the juice off of these, and then I'm going to just leave these in here while I also add in some cold water as well as some vinegar. This is going to help me clean off the meat. Just make sure that the water is nice and cold, though. Don't let the water be warm. Fill your bowl up with cold water, and then also a nice splash of the white vinegar. You're now going to go in and give all of this meat a good massaging. All right, party people. My pork is nice and clean, so I have that sitting right here. So in the large bowl with the clean pork, I'm now going to go in with 2 healthy ladlefuls of the epis, which is going to add fantastic flavor into this. I'm going to add 2 of that. I'm going to add in a half a cup of this marinade, a half a cup directly into the bowl. I'm going to add in a few dashes of the Scotch bonnet hot sauce. And don't worry, I'll show you guys what the inside of this looks like before I, mix it up. I probably put in about a half a tablespoon worth. Okay. For my smoked paprika, I am going to put in 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Add this directly to the bowl. Yeah. Just like that. I'm going to be adding in a 1/2 tablespoon of the Goya Total Seasoning. 1/2 tablespoon. And I will be adding in 1 tablespoon of the adobo seasoning. Add that in the bowl. We're also going to be adding in the full pack of the Goya, the Sesame by Goya, essentially. And then we're also going to be adding in the 1 large Maggi chicken cube. Just give that a crush and place that in the bowl as well. Now let me show you guys what the inside of this looks like, and then we'll get it all mixed up. All right, so this is what we're looking like. We have everything in the bowl. So now just go in and give all of this a good massaging. And yes, my hands are clean, honey. We're going to wrap this up with cling film and place this in the fridge and allow this to marinate for 2 hours. You can let it go for more, but you really don't have to. And to be quite frank, even if you didn't want to let it marinate, you could still get by, but why not just allow the flavors to build? And I actually didn't realize that I had some whole cloves in my pantry. So I'm going to stick 4 of these whole cloves right into my habanero pepper so that I can put that in the pot. All right, you guys. So our beautiful pork has been marinating for 2 hours. So now I'm going to transfer all of this juice and all directly to my pot. Now I'm going to fill this up with some water because not only do I want to get the seasoning off, but I also want to make sure that I'm putting just enough water to cover the pork, not too much. So that's probably more than enough. So let's take this on over to our pot. Remember, you do not want to put too much too much water, because the pork itself is going to release a lot of water itself. So don't get out of control with adding in too much. I might add in just a little bit more